In this video, you'll learn how to apply for a US visa from Tanzania. Whether you're applying for a student visa, a work visa, or even a tourist visa. In this video, you'll learn how to achieve just that. So what matters is the visa type that you'll select, and you'll see how in this video. So with that said, let's get right into it. So to get started, click the link in the description of this video and it will take you to the DS-160 form. Here, select the drop down and search for your country. So from the list, it's gonna be Tanzania. Dar es Salaam is where the embassy is located. Now enter this code shown on the screen. Then select Start an application. Scroll down, select I agree. And here you're going to ensure that you save this application ID because you'll need it when you're paying for your visa. So you can simply select Print Application ID and save it as a PDF. Select a security question and provide an answer and ensure you select I agree here. Once you provide your answer, select continue. Now one thing to note please note all data used in this application is only for demonstration purposes. So on this page, you're going to provide your personal information. Provide your surname, your given names as shown in your passport. If you do not have a full name in native alphabet, select what best applies. So this wouldn't really apply to you if your name is in English. Have you ever used any other names? Select what best applies. Do you have a telecode that represents your name? Select what best applies. Select your sex, your marital status, enter your date of birth, your place of birth, and then scroll down and select next. For your country or region of nationality, from the drop down, you're going to search for Tanzania and select it. Do you hold or held any other nationality other than the one specified? Select what best applies. Are you a permanent resident of another country other than the one specified? Select what best applies. Here, enter your national identification number. Now typically, social security number and tax ID number are for US residents and citizens. So for these two, you can select does not know. If you know your ID number, you just enter it here. Then select next to travel. This is where you select your visa type. So if you're going on a work program, you search for the appropriate work visa. If you're a J1 student, you select exchange visitor. If you're just going on a tourist trip, you select temporary business pleasure and then you specify the type, which is business and tourism. Have you made any specific travel plans? Select what best apply. So even if you say no, you are going to need to provide an intended date of arrival and your intended length of stay in the US. Where will you stay in the US? So you're going to provide the address, right? And who is paying for you? Select what best applies and then select next. Are there persons traveling with you? Select what best applies, then select next. Have you ever been in the US? Select what best applies. Have you ever been issued a US visa? Select what best applies. Have you ever been refused a US visa or been refused admission to the United States or withdraw your application for admission at the port of entry? Select what best applies. Has anyone ever filed an immigrant petition on your behalf with the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services? Select what best applies. Then select next. On this page, provide your home address. So you're going to provide the street, the city, the state, and the zip code. And then from the drop down, you're going to select your region. Is your mailing address the same as your home address? Select what best applies. Provide your phone number, a secondary phone number if you have one, and a work phone number if you do. Have you used any other phone numbers in the last 5 years? Select what best applies. Provide your email address. And have you used any other email addresses in the last 5 years? Select what best applies. Now you need to add your social media information. So if you need to add like say TikTok or YouTube, you simply select add another. Do you wish to provide information about your presence on any other social media or website or whatever? Select what best applies and then select next to passport. Here, select your passport type. Provide your passport number. For the book number, you can Google it or you can select does not apply. From the drop down, select the country that issued your passport or travel document. Where the passport was issued, select what best applies for you. The issue date, the expiry date, Have you ever lost a passport or had one stolen? Select what best apply, then select next. Here you need to provide a point of contact in the United States. So if you don't know anyone, then you must be going to a school, a hotel, or some business address, right? So you're going to provide the organization name, specify the relationship to you, and then provide their address, then select next. Now for the relatives information, you're going to need to provide your father's full name and date of birth, and the same thing for your mother's full name and date of birth. If you don't know it, you can just check the option that says do not know. Do you have any immediate relatives not including parents in the United States? Select what best applies. Do you have any other relatives in the United States? Select what best applies and select next. On this page, you're going to provide your work or training information. So if you're a student, you're going to select student from the drop-down list. If you're a business owner, you select business and provide the information, right? Your start date, your income, and a brief description of your duties, then select next. Were you previously employed? If yes, you select yes and then provide that information. Have you ever attended any educational institution at secondary level or above? Select what best applies and then select next. Do you belong to a tribe or clan? Select what best applies. Provide a language that you speak. If you speak multiple languages, then simply select add another. Then scroll down. Have you traveled to any countries or region within the last 5 years? Select what best applies. Have you belonged to, contributed to, or worked for any professional, social, or charitable organization? Select what best applies. Same for these questions, you're just going to read them and select what best applies to you. Then select next to security and background. So here for the next 5 parts or next 5 pages, they're going to ask you a bunch of security questions. If you haven't had any run-ins with the law, then more often than not, the answers will be no. But take your time and read the questions and answer them accurately, right? So I'm just going to select no for all of them to go through this application. So I'm now on page 3, now on part 4, and now I'm on the final page, part 5. And then select next to photo. Ensure you save your application so you don't lose your changes. Yes, continue application. Select next to photo. Select upload your photo. Choose file. Once you select the file, select upload selected photo. Select continue with this photo. So confirm the photo that you have uploaded. If you want to change it, you can select choose a different photo. Then select next to review. And on this page, you're going to review all the information that you provided for your application. I recommend that you download them and email them to yourself. So in the future, when you plan to renew your US visa, you know what information you provided. So here I'm just going to select next, next, next. So take your time, review the application and ensure you enter all the information accurately. So here you're going to select sign and submit. Scroll down. If anyone assisted you, then you can select what best applies. Enter your passport number and enter the code shown on screen. Then select sign and submit application. Scroll down and select next to confirmation. Now you want to ensure that you save this page. This page, you're going to be taking it to the interview with you. So the next step is paying for your US visa. I'll leave a link to how you can achieve that in the description of this video. So that's it for now guys. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.